My name is Catherine Butler. This is Movement for Life. Today we are going to be focusing on abdominal exercises, Pilates exercises that helped heal my body postpartum. So I have had 4 pregnancies. My oldest daughter is 23, my youngest son is 8. It was during my 2nd pregnancy that my rectus abdominis split all the way. So I have a complete tear. It's called Diastasis Recti. Now, if you are familiar with that term, you probably have the same thing. Some of them are partial tears where it just tears at the top. Mine is a complete tear. So I've been told the only way to correct that tear is with surgery, to have somebody come in and operate and sew it together. Well, I wanted more kids, and so I had 2 more pregnancies following the tear. So I had the tear, and then I had 2 more boys, and with each pregnancy, because my rectus abdominis is not connected, my abdominals would just open as my stomach would expand. And so postpartum, I had this opening through the rectus abdominis. And these are the exercises that I would do. Luckily, I was aware of Pilates and had been practicing Pilates for several years before I needed to heal my body from diastasis recti. And so these are the exercises that once my doctor cleared me to exercise, before you do these, make sure you get clearance from your doctor. But once I got that 6-week clearance postpartum, I started doing these exercises every single morning and every single night. So I want to teach them to you. Hopefully they help you. I do them even though my son is 8 years old. I still do these exercises every day. I don't do them morning and night anymore because my abdominals have come back together and I have not needed surgery to correct the problem. So I've just used Pilates exercises. So make sure you have clearance from your doctor if you have just had a baby. And then these are the excellent exercises that I did to heal my abdominals and bring my rectus abdominis back together. So we're going to begin down on our backs. We're going to pull our knees into our chest, hands over shins. You should recognize these if you've seen any of my videos because we do these exercises frequently. Okay, so we're going to begin with the series of 5. We're going to have hands over shins, lift head, neck, shoulders, pull abdominals in tight. The beauty of the series of 5 is you work every single muscle in the abdominals in these 5 exercises. So we begin by lengthening the legs, reaching arms overhead, circle arms around, pull in tight. We lengthen to strengthen, pull in. Lengthen, pull in. Lengthen, pull in. Lengthen, pull in. Make sure you're breathing. Let me hear your breath. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Now, after I had just had a baby, I had pretty weak abdominals, and so I would give myself a break between the exercises. If you don't need a break, just keep going. Pull one knee into the chest, let the other leg hover over the floor. Curl up, lifting head, neck, shoulders, lift higher, higher, higher. And then switch the knees. This is the single bent leg stretch. Now go to the single straight leg stretch. Now place hands gently behind the head. Push the legs down and lift. That's lower tummy, transverse abdominis. If you've had a C-section, that's going to be a very difficult muscle to work. So be patient with yourself. Even if you can only lower legs this far, just only allow the range of motion that your body can handle. Exhale on the hardest portion of the move. Keep a neutral spine. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Excellent. And then we go to the crisscross. You can rest your head if you need for a moment and then re-engage. Pull one knee into the chest, the other leg hovers over the floor. Opposite elbow to knee and switch. Switch, switch, switch. Now I believe that this crisscross exercise is really the one that helped to pull the rectus abdominis back together, having obliques strong. Let's go a little faster. Switch, 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 switch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. The next exercise we're going to do is the roll up. So my first time doing a roll up after having a baby is very difficult. So I always place my hands behind my legs because I want to create good muscle memory. I don't want to create momentum. So I peel up, lifting head, neck, shoulders, middle back, lower back, until I can peel up straight and tall. Then I lean back, anchoring my hands into my legs, and I lower all the way back down. Let's do that again with hands behind the legs. Training muscle memory to be smooth. Now we get to a sticky spot right there, and that's typically where people would swing up rather than roll up. Lower back down. Okay, now if you can handle the progression to disconnect the hands from the legs, reach arms overhead, curl up, lifting arms, head, neck, shoulders, peel up. Now as you get through that sticky spot, press the feet down, don't swing up. And if you need to place hands behind the legs, then do that rather than use momentum. Peel up. One of the biggest mistakes we can make in Pilates and in exercising is momentum. We want strong muscles, not momentum. And peel up. Now when I could get to the point where I didn't need to use my hands behind my legs, that's when I knew that my core was getting strong again after having babies. Okay, we're gonna add on to this one. Lengthen legs a little further. We're going to curl up, roll up, and as we lift, we're gonna fold forward over the legs. Pull belly buttons in so tight that it begins to pull us all the way back down to the floor. Reach arms overhead, roll up, push the feet down, sit tall before folding forward so that we're like lifting up and over to fold forward over the legs. Then pull belly buttons in so tight that it pulls us all the way back down. And peel up, arms, head, neck, shoulders, peel all the way up. Fold forward and pull all the way back down. Let's do one more. Roll up, curling all the way up. Fold forward, pull belly buttons in, sit tall. We're now going to go to some plank exercises that are really good for core. It creates some good upper body strength, some good lower body strength. Now, if this is your first time back to working out after having a baby, I suggest your plank being on your knees. So we would be in this position. Let me show you where we're going. This would be the modification. We're going to be twisting. This underneath leg is going to reach through. Then it's going to come back and touch in front of the other leg. So we're keeping both hands connected. It's a lengthen and then set it down. If you feel strong enough, you can go to full plank. We twist the hips, we take the leg that's underneath, we lengthen it through, and then we set it in front of the opposite foot. So it's a lengthen and a touch. Lengthen, touch. It lifts off the floor and then it touches. It lifts and touches. Let's do two more. Think about what's going on underneath the body right there. Excellent. Face forward, bend the knees, quick break. And then we'll go to our other side. So again, let me teach the modification first. Knees, the hips drop so we're not piked up. Hips drop, we twist, we lengthen, and then we bend. Okay, that would be the modification. If you don't need the modification, toes will be tucked, hips neutral, lengthen, touch the foot. Lengthen and lift, touch the foot. Bring awareness to that underneath waistline, the oblique, on that lower side. We have 2 more. And we have 1 more. Excellent. Face the floor to plank. Bend the knees. Push the hips back. Beautiful job today. So as you're doing these exercises, if you're doing them to heal from postpartum, I would do the first 5 exercises, the double bent leg stretch, single bent leg stretch, single straight leg stretch, double straight leg stretch, and crisscross 2 times a day, morning and night. That will bring everything back together, especially if you have a tear through the rectus abdominis, diastasis recti. If you have that, be doing series of 5 2 times a day until everything comes back together. I am proof that we can do this without surgery, bring everything back together. I even have definition through my abdominals. And so if you want that definition, series of 5 is beautiful. All the other exercises you can do once a day or 1 or 2 times a week, added onto your series of 5. But I assure you the healing will happen from the inside out. Make sure you're doing the exercises correctly. Make sure you have clearance from your doctor. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me in my home today. Let's take a deep breath in. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 1 more time, inhale, lift. Bring hands together. Exhale, bring the hands to the forehead, to the heart, to the navel. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.